Hello amazing viewers, you're welcome back to today's tutorial. All right, quick one. Let's make this buttercream together. If you've been finding it difficult to make a buttercream, as simple as just watch this video. This is an American buttercream. So quickly, I'm measuring my butter. I used King's butter, margarine, and Seamas margarine. So altogether, what I measured was 450 grams of margarine, and then I went off to measuring my icing sugar, which I measured 1 kg of icing sugar. Okay, American buttercream is one of the most simplest buttercream to make. If you know, you know. It's very much more easy to make if you know the consistency at which you should stop when you are whipping it or when you are creaming it either. So here is the creaming process. First, you cream your margarine. Now remember, your margarine should be in a room temperature, totally room temperature. You know, in the case of margarine and butter is different. So in case where you are able to get butter. Over here, getting butter is a kind of more way expensive. So getting margarine for us is much more easy. So if where you are you get butter, remember butter and margarine is not the same. When you leave your butter to melt to be in room temperature for a longer time, it tends to melt and start producing oil. So you wouldn't want that for your buttercream, right? So when it comes to butter, it shouldn't be completely in room temperature. It should be quite chill but not cold. You know, when something is chill, is not cold, you can actually touch it, you feel it that it still have that stability in it, but it is not totally warm in room temperature. You understand? Yeah, it should be in that form before you start using it to make your buttercream. But for margarine is always it's okay both in room temperature. In fact, margarine have no business with fridge, we know that, right? All right, back to our class. Now watch closely, you will see that my margarine have actually changed its color. When I started off, it was dim yellow, and at this point it's very pale, creamy pale in color. Yes, so I'm gonna whip it more. It's gonna get more even lighter before I'll start adding my icing sugar. Good, watch closely now, you will see that it's more lighter over here. I really took my time taking you through this creaming of my butter process so that I don't want to rush it, I don't want to cut it, I don't want to over edit, so that you can actually know within yourself that yes, it is not just something of 2 minutes and you are done. Yep, I don't want to rush it for you to actually learn. Take note of this, do not over cream. When you're creaming just your butter and your butter alone, please don't cream in high speed. You don't want that overhead light butter. What you just want is a creamy, fluffy butter. So you don't need to cream with high speed. So now you can see, before I started adding my icing sugar, look at the color of my butter in my bowl. Very pale, light in color. The creaminess is almost like white. So even adding my icing sugar will even make it look more whiter. Good. So that is when you start adding your icing sugar. Remember, don't cream your margarine or your butter in high speed, just in a medium or in low speed until it gives you that lightness, softness that you need. I forgot to state this. Remember, I sieved my icing sugar. I totally forgot to say this from the beginning. Please, I sieved my icing sugar. Do well to sieve your icing sugar to take out any lump or any congealed icing sugar in your icing sugar pack. All right, so I might not be talking much anymore from here. Just watch and let's continue adding our icing sugar. If it gets to the point where I need to state something, I would definitely say something. All right, now take a look at my buttercream. You can see it already have this stability in it. It's already looking stable. You would see me when I will turn it with my spatula. You see the smoothness. So that smoothness starts from where your butter, then begins with your sieved icing sugar and how much time you make in whipping it. Now I added my flavorings, which is vanilla and butterscotch. I so love their flavoring for my buttercreams. So what I use is butterscotch and vanilla. I used the both of them all put together was 1 teaspoon. Thank you. I used 1 teaspoon for the both of them. So I add little of this, add little of this, combine the both together. Now another thing, guys, I measured out 1 kg of icing sugar. Remember, I used 450 grams of margarine, but I ended up using just 800 grams of icing sugar. I can decide to make use of the full 1 kg if I wish. Then at the end of the day, I will just add a tablespoon of chilled water or 2 tablespoons of chilled water to get back to the consistency of what I want. But hence I have gotten to the consistency of what I want and I know what I want. I stopped. So when I measured out the remaining icing sugar, it was 200 grams remaining. I said, okay, fine, perfect. So I used 800 grams of icing sugar and then 450 grams of margarine. That was what I made use of. Check out this buttercream. There is no air bubble. I don't know if you know what is air bubbles, like when you whip your buttercream or when you turn it around, when you're trying to scrape it, when there's air, it's always have these potholes. But this particular buttercream, you will not find any pothole. Check it out. When I turn it around, it's very perfect. So if you follow this process from the beginning, you are actually going to get the same result. And also remember, I do like to leave my buttercream to rest for like an hour in the fridge before I make use of it. See you in my next video, guys. Bye.